Hello! Welcome yet again. After we have had a 10-minute break that we said we would. Bracket reset dreams have come true. Brazil beating South Korea in the first match of Grand Finals. I'm back to commentate yet again with Rem. I'm not ready.
I still can't do properly after that, but nevertheless, the final of the final match, the finals of the grand finals, I should say.
Yeah, the absolute final match of the tournament. God, I haven't been this hyped about a match in a long time. I've been so excited.
Yeah.
I've been commentating with my microphone muted. I just can't help it. I watched this match and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, trust me. I was talking to my U.S. teammates because they're all in voice chat right now watching the match, and I joined them and they're telling me that all that's happening is they're screaming at that screen because of everything that's happening. This is so insane.
There's no turning back and there's no holding back right now.
I cannot stress how insane this is right now.
I think that people is just not realizing how important this moment is for the 4K Mania World Cup. Like, regardless of how much you might love Brazil or South Korea, this is something that has never been done before. We have never seen a team from the losers bracket win on the grand finals. And right now, I don't know, man. I don't know who's gonna win. That's the worst part about it. I'm not even sure. I don't know that I don't think that Brazil will win this easily at all.
No, not at all. The situation here is like so backwards from what we're used to with Mania in general. Like, usually we're in a position where it's like, oh, we know what team is better out of these two. We're pretty much guaranteed to see this result happen. But over the past few years, matches that don't follow that, where they go, oh, we're playing this map, I don't know who's gonna win, and that happens pretty much the whole time, and you're like, oh, both teams are equally likely to win this match, doesn't happen very often. For some reason, Brazil's always in the middle of it, but
yeah,
like, Brazil and the US have been in this weird tug-of-war match for the past 3 years, but that's really it's a big part of what we've seen of that. Oh, this is really one of those matches that can go either way, but this time it's like, whoa, Grand Finals has this opportunity here.
And it's not only that, like, this is the third time that we're seeing Brazil versus South Korea on this pool, and we still have no clue who's gonna win it. Like, it's incredible. We saw them like a week ago, we saw them just now, and this is the third time. Third time's a charm. We'll get to see.
Yeah,
this is technically a best of 3 series.
It is. It's a best 2 out of 3. Whoever wins 2 matches wins. I mean, really, it in a lot of situations, actually every single year, except I think 2017 and 2018 were also that situation where it was just like, whoever gets to winners finals is just the best 2 out of 3. Because, I mean, in that case, whoever lost in winners finals ended up making it to grand finals anyways. And that's been the case all 3 years. And this is the first time we've had a 1-to-1 in any of the situations.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think the US on 2016 made it to the grand final, like to the winners finals, but then lost.
No, yeah, that's I said
lost.
2017 and 2018.
Oh, okay,
not 2016.
yeah, then you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like,
this is crazy. This is quite crazy.
This is the craziest one by far. Like,
this is the big moment. This is the what's gonna happen? Stamina has to be hitting some of these players.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If I have to point out some people for the stamina drain issues, it will be Andre,
Bloody, the big
Sudden Death.
Yeah.
Oh, Sudden Death. But Sudden Death hasn't been playing most of the charts. Andre has been playing almost every chart.
Well, Lotus and Nate played. Lotus played every single one of them.
Lotus did, yeah, but I'm also gonna stick to my gut and say that Lotus and Wonder are in this situation where they're gonna play every chart, but they're not gonna have any problems with that.
Yeah. It's just like 2v2 it costs. It's just like 2v2 against the other outside of Lotus and Wonder, who's gonna actually get the better performance.
Yeah, Lotus's stamina is way past capable of holding on for this kind of session. Wonders is way past being able What was that?
that was mint. Believe it or not.
Oh, of course it was. Alright, man. But yeah, Wonder's stamina's way past the point of having issues holding on for this long match. But Silly Fangirl's stamina's way past being capable of holding on for this long match. And I'd assume the same is true for Blue Bloody, but I really don't know.
Mind if we do a Three Musketeers casting for this one? I just can't help it.
Oh, I'm always I'm more than happy to have more commentators.
Yeah.
It's always more exciting with more commentators.
I mean, we get a best of 3 series. It can only end with 3. Like that.
Always.
Yeah.
All good things coming through.
Because man, how are we getting to see this? I'm actually shocked. I haven't felt this hype since like, was it 2017? I think, where it was like Infected Mushroom Messenger 2012.
Yeah, that was 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
That was the first finals tiebreaker ever. It's still the only finals tiebreaker that's ever been played.
Actually, was it? Yeah, Thailand versus Japan was not.
It is.
It was not. We have not had. That was still the only finals tiebreaker ever played in 4K Mania World Cup history.
Yeah, only Messenger. Wow. Ghost wasn't been played in tiebreakers.
Ghost was almost played in 2 different matches in 2018. Yeah. It was 1 point away from being played in the United States versus South Korea winners finals match, and it was 1 point away from being played in the losers like match between United States and Brazil. The United States is really
that was if I recall
edging out of tiebreakers.
On Talent Shredder, I think it was like Andre had the scroll speed. Like,
Andre had that scroll speed.
And I saw Lothus pointing that out after the Brazil played Lost Found Melodies. He was like, Andre, adjust your scroll speed.
Andre, don't mess it up.
So you definitely learn from it.
Yeah, you don't want to have the same mistake yet again. From the,
you don't want to lose a match because of that. That just feels horrible. Though even then, in the case of the United States-Brazil match, it still would have only brought them to tiebreaker and not won them the match.
Yeah, but
still,
in the same
case, if Andre didn't do that, maybe South Korea would have gotten an extra point and they would have brought it to tiebreaker, which would have been like basically the same scenario.
Yeah, true.
We get to see a warm-up of 4 minutes and 23 seconds. No idea why. Korea
the shortest warm-up so far has been Architecture.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Correct, that's correct.
Oh my god, we're gonna shout a lot. I hope so, at least.
Oh, I've already been shouting.
I'm already too. I was like about banging my table, like don't stop, for like the ending of it. It's just so crazy.
I love the fact that they actually play Don't Stop, because it doesn't sound that crazy. Like, let's say they just went to tiebreaker, that's fine. They maybe win it, they maybe not. But now they know that on Don't Stop, they have a pretty legit chance. So that opens up a safe-ish pick for Brazil. They won it by a fair amount. Of course, it's a very easy map to choke, but we saw Blue Bloody, was it Blue Bloody, I think, and Nausicaa?
Yes.
Who had some issues with it.
Yeah.
But if you think it the other way around, then Lotus kinda has to pull out the 995, so I don't know. I feel that information is way more valuable than we think it is. And it's gonna be a key factor for this bracket reset.
Yeah, same deal with the Lost Found Melody, as I know that Sakura is gonna take the gun to aim more towards Brazil again if they wanna have a performance like that. But because Nausicaa's score was like way down the other Brazilians, it's hard. Probably they're just gonna like banning the ESVs for safety precautions.
I also want to point out that the difficulty that was picked for this one is 1.2, and on 1.0 they're already struggling, so I can't imagine this on 1.2. That would have been weird.
So yeah, that's technically like 3.5 minutes, it's not 4 minutes, 20 as we speak. So this is like the shortest warm-up, I think.
And it's pretty important as well. I'm not sure what these teams will ban. Every single time they face each other, they just ban something different. Well, and I believe this might not be an exception. I honestly think that Korea might just swap their bans on this one.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt that would happen. What was Oh, Brazil banned out holding out for a hero, which I'd honestly assume they're just gonna ban again. I don't see a
I would
reason.
ban Breach Protocol, honestly.
No, honestly,
I would ban
if we're
Ado,
talking about
Ado.
holding on to, if we're talking about holding on to stamina, I'd either ban Ado or holding out for a hero, because Breach Protocol, regardless of what you really want to do, you can maintain all your stamina for a session in that chart.
Well,
You cannot do the
yes,
same for holding out for a hero.
but you have to also wonder, on Ato, they weren't that far off winning it. I don't
Oh,
think they
yeah.
should ban it.
I
yeah.
didn't think they should ban Ado either.
Like, holding out for a hero, it's a great ban, of course, but they were so close on Ato, they were so close on Okachama, and Korea didn't look on the best of their abilities when it comes to, like, dumpy speed patterns, and I think maybe they just want to swap that ban, holding out for a hero into Breach Protocol, as I said, because there's no way they win Breach Protocol. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely
that is true, but I think.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, if I was in that situation, I'd just put it into higher. It would be more beneficial for me personally to just not have to worry about my stamina for one extra pick. Because at this point, regardless of which one's banned, the other is gonna get picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, but can you
Yeah,
say
the
that
other way
holding
around.
out for a hero is 100% loose? I don't know.
Honestly, I would say yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and maybe I don't really know, but if Brazil's in a position where Andre might have played holding out for a hero, practicing between matches to see if it's worth banning Breach Protocol over that, and if Andre's able to play it now, yeah, ban out Breach Protocol instead, because I'd rather have a guaranteed lose banned out than a maybe not guaranteed lose. But if Andre still can't play it, I would immediately ban that out just to maintain stamina.
Yeah, I understand their point though, like, but again, we'll see what happens right now, honestly. Like, we were talking about how Ato was the best pick for Korea, there were no chance for losing, and they won it just barely, and I feel holding out for a hero might just be the same story too, so that's the main reasoning behind what I just said. We will see. I don't think Brazil is gonna pick a warm-up here, this was Korea's. So we could just go straight into the map,
Yeah.
like into the bans and picks.
Yeah. Kind of like wasting his stamina a little bit. I think like Lotus want to consider stamina a little bit more, as warm-ups did a bit of draining sometimes.
Final rolls of the tournament, huh? Any predictions? I say 27 and 72. Like, one way or the other.
49 and 51.
Oh, my guess was 24 and 72 for the first match, so I'm gonna stick with those.
49-51 here. Let's go.
Oh, Nate is doing the roll.
No, let's go,
stepping
Nate.
down.
Oh, okay. Is this
Nate the
is this
legend.
gonna be real?
If he gets a 1, it will be cool.
Cool.
Last roll of the tournament.
Brazil having a tragically low win rate.
Whoa!
Oh! All right.
Guess we just
Wonder-
found out who has to be the captain next year. Oh, Wonder gets a 27.
Oh, that's actually
What a roll, boys!
Actually, Juan got the one of the rolls correct. I think it was 27 and 42 or something.
It was 27 and 72.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got one of them correct.
Hey. Oh, Kalkai is back. Oh, that's important.
That's important. Okay.
Now Curry is looking a bit of a better shape. I think that, like, picks that before were a bit tricky for them, like Ato, Okochama are gonna be way better now for them. Even one of the long picks like Calamity Fortune, I think he played last time. And they'll ban Thriller again.
Oh, again. Okay.
Oh, maybe same bands as last time?
Maybe Breach Protocol would be the same. I don't know. Holding out for a hero is okay, but I don't know.
I called it.
Protocol,
I
interesting.
called it.
Well, Lost Found Melody is a free point for Brazil at this point, as long as they can hold on to
Yeah.
the same thing as did last time.
I mean, that's only if Kalkai is not their third player.
Oh, that's true. That is a
That's
fair
true.
statement.
Is it actually gonna be Lost Found Melody as a
I think they have to go with something very heavy in terms of Rise now as a first pick. They have to try to sneak out the picks that will probably be good for Kakai here. Since I assume that he just arrived, so he probably doesn't have the best of the warm-ups just yet. So they definitely have to go for like the denser picks as fast as possible to give Kakai the less time to practice or to warm up. A bit of a dirty move, but I think it's what they should do.
Korean hidden weapon, as sort of that stated there.
But we'll see though. They could also just go for the Relentless.
Yeah, Relentless is what I would have guessed. Yeah. Or like, well, no, not Hibidaraki. That was way too close to like consider.
Epidermis is
Epidermis
okay.
too. Both of them are good. I think Relentless and Epidermis are the two best picks available right now.
Kamizama Nejimaki as well was a pretty big victory for them.
That too, I forgot about that.
That's too.
Actually, Calamity Fortune, despite like they lost that last week, but they absolutely demolished South Korea today. Whoa! Wait.
Okay.
I don't like this pick, but we're gonna see how it goes.
I don't dislike it too much.
It's a fine pick, but it's not the best.
I liked it in the last match. But that's because I didn't know South Korea was so good at it.
It's a fine pick, but it's probably not the best out there. Because like their Epidermis and the Relentless still safe for Brazil right there. So getting this out of the way is okay.
We can also sort of argue that Brazil could have done better on the previous time we saw this play.
Oh yeah,
that's true. I think Andre had a big mess up like early on, and also wasn't doing particularly as well as I would have like expected him to.
But I think in like some other maps, Andre like carry like really hard too. Like it's a couple of maps really, but it's just not to the prime performance that Andre did against like United States, for example.
Oh man, I am starting to shake already. This is just starting and I'm shaking already.
Yeah, we'll see if Brazil gets to South Korea for a point.
Was this actually the closest map for like last match, or wasn't it? I'm not sure. It was like 10,000 points. I'm sure of that, but I'm not sure if it was like this.
It was Okachama. It was Okachama, 6,000 points.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. You're correct. Oh my god, Andre MC, Silly Fanger, Lotus for Brazil, facing Wonder 5193, Hikanari, and Sudden Death. For what is gonna be the last time that we'll see these two teams facing each other in this tournament. And the last time we'll see a match to begin with. This is the bracket reset of the grand finals. Everything, it's on the board now. All teams just fighting for the sweet prize. And here we go.
Song all but ominous. Starting off with the first pick.
First pick, Iwidarake no Mi. I'm not ready. I haven't been ready for 2 hours and 15 minutes. But here we are. We're still going.
Let's see if they can actually perform better this time around too. They can argue with the same.
Ooh, whoa.
Yeah, same matchup as like Iwidaraki too.
Yeah, he had that same issue in the first run through. Andre also having a small accuracy issue, but did not take as much of a hit as Hikanari did.
Actually, did Sudden Death play Hibidarake in the last match? I think it was Nausicaa. Right?
It was Nausicaa, he got a full combo, I'm pretty sure. It's weird.
I mean, he did better.
He did, yes. He got a full combo, 963k. I'm maybe Sudden Death wasn't fully warmed up for that time. I don't know.
I mean, still, I will swap Higanari instead. He got the lowest score.
That's true. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
It's a bit of an odd choice, but you know, he seems to be doing pretty well right now.
Lead is still very small.
Yeah, the lead is incredible small, but at this point, it's no surprise. This intro of the map is not as tricky as the rest, and here's when it starts to spice up. We see the first miss coming from sudden death.
Indeed,
it's only the first for many.
Yeah, the accuracy still favoring Brazil pretty heavily. Only Wonder beating any of the South Koreans' accuracy, or Wonder beating any of the Brazilians' accuracy.
Oh,
sudden death.
Sudden death.
Whoa. I guess he doesn't like these anchor patterns.
But this map is full of them. That's a.
I know.
Like if he doesn't like those patterns, then he shouldn't be playing.
Well, Brazil now has a sizable lead going into the second half, and will have that sizable lead going into the really difficult part more than likely.
Slow gems, not tripping Lotus this time around, but sudden death keeping there's a lot of damage in that sense of accuracy right there.
Kanari dropping on the anchor long note. He drops a lot of accuracy actually onto the 97s now.
There's a lot of issues going on in South Korea in comparison to last time. Brazil is very safe right now in comparison.
Yeah, 50,000 point lead is actually very big, considering there's like a lot more sections to come.
Hikanari with another drop there.
It looks like Korea is trying to conserve a little bit on this pick. I might be wrong, but Hikanari is having a lot of weird misses, a lot of accuracy drops. There's a drop by Andrew. It's not going to matter too much. Hikanari is just trading it all the time. And on the SBs, oh, Silifanga drops, but he's the only one on Brazil alongside Andre.
I mean, the lead is not changing anywhere, so I guess the lead is still just basically around the commanding lead from Brazil right there. Wonder with that miss as well.
Yeah, this is not looking too hot. It's pretty definitively in Brazil's favor at this point, and with a third of the map left and knowing how the last match went with this, I don't think I see South Korea taking this back, especially with all the mistakes that are coming out from South Korea right now.
There's just no way. Even with the full combo here by Nausicaa, it wouldn't have been enough. The accuracies from Brazil are just really, really good here.
Yeah, they're only all 99 basically. It's just very hard to top, really. Just skyrocketing towards Brazil right now. 80k gap, and even then less allowed. Tons of like drops everywhere.
Loth is looking to be the only FC in the lobby this time, as opposed to one of...
too early.
Hey man, I'm always gonna call it too early. I'm the cursed master.
Misses.
I
got him.
It's not gonna matter too much. There's a 75,000 points, pretty decisive victory this time by Brazil.
Not gonna mean anything.
Lotus just got cursed twice this match already.
Easy.
One by you and one by me. Remy's now your turn.
I'm still safe, boys.
That's a very decisive win, though.
Yeah, already solid pick there by Brazil there.
Felt weird going into it, but given that score, they were more than safe with it. But that was their own pick. South Korea going to take, hopefully, an opportunity to bring that back to 1-1. Hopefully not giving them a break point immediately like they did in the previous match. Hopefully they don't go for Epidermis again. They've lost it 2 out of 2 times they've played it.
Oh, they're picking Calamity Portion!
What is going on? What are you doing?
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen outside of Epidermis.
Wait a second.
Kalkai is back.
I have a big theory for this. I might be foreseeing this. But is Nausicaa not around?
Wait.
Like, they had to leave? Because the only reason they should pick Calamity Portion or any long no math for the matter is if Nausicaa is not around. Like, they have Sudden Death, Hikanari, and Wonder, which is like the main 3 people for long no maps. And this is just a big swift, like a big change on the strategy compared to the previous one. Arguably they lost last time, so it makes sense, but I don't know. Nausicaa's not around, I'm getting confirmation. He's not around.
Well, that's something, because I feel like the Rice pick is, I mean, not really, because I think the hybrids are okay-ish for Brazil, but Rice are still out of the range in terms of, it can go either way still. I mean, they're still like Or even Ogochama, if you would call it. But nevertheless, here we go. The weirdest thing outside of Epidermis signals the empty start. We should be getting there.
This is gonna be a different match if Nazca's not here. I mean, they traded Nazca for Kalkai at that point. Is what it's pretty much seeming like.
Well, if they want any chance for winning this, they have to bank everything they have on the long notes. They cannot afford to lose a single one. Maybe pull out like a miracle on maps like, I don't know, Relentless perhaps? Maybe Epidermis can be something they can win, or Do I Smile? But still.
I mean, there's a chance of like duplication thanks to it. I think Kalkai is okay-ish in some of the inverse, but not in like terms of like these kinds of patterns where speed is most likely going to be the main factor.
Yeah, Kalkai could easily be the third player when it comes to like SVs, and perhaps on maps like Kami-sama and Jimaki, like you said, where the long no ability is more into the technical, maybe release-oriented things, and not more so on speed, like Calamity Fortune and Duplication.
It's still, really still nothing. Oh, Higanari might have missed it.
So the sudden death there, having a bit of a lock on the hands, and every single player in Brazil again is hitting the full combo here.
I mean, Tiebreaker has like lower accuracy in Brazil side, although he might be like kind of like suffering in terms of hitting early. With Andre hitting missed right there too. Speedy section coming up here. I don't think like even Ash drops at this point could be vital.
There's a miss by Andre there. This is the inverse section, pretty tricky as Toph mentioned last time. Those who finds the break, and it's only Nate versus Wonder now in terms of full combo. Sudden Death having a lot of difficulties trying to combo through this as well. His accuracy drops down to the 98.7.
Oh, Tiebreaker might follow block a little bit there.
Oh, he actually drops a lot of accuracy, yeah.
Whoa!
That's a big drop. Actually, I think the lead's only like 15,000 or so right now. It's not.
I got the client freeze there to check. 13,000
wow,
points.
13,000. This is not
13,000.
that big. Another couple misses from Brazil could very easily switch this lead back to South Korea's favor, which is like really weird considering the lead that we saw Brazil have on this last time.
I think the last time was like 65,000 points of difference, and it's more banking to South Korea.
Uh-oh. That is a big uh-oh.
Oh, no. I don't know.
I think that's a disconnection by Nate.
If this is actually a disconnect, then there's no going back. This is not a reset because it was after the first quarter.
And this is one of the maps that Brazil won last time. They cannot afford to lose any. Now
Well,
that Nausicaa's not around, they have a bit of a leeway, but still.
Yeah, luckily this was South Korea's pick, so they're not going to go behind in just like, picks or anything like that, but it's still not a good thing to see one of your teammates disconnect in the middle of what arguably should have been your point, especially with how well Lotus and Andre are holding through this section.
Yeah, Higanari and Suzume are not capable to hold through this well enough. That was probably a win for Brazil, has Nate not disconnected. And I think he's not submitting his score. That score by Wonder is actually quite sexy, I'll say. Oh my god, 25 to 100.
Yeah, that is an incredible
Very clean
score.
Yeah, pretty clean too.
We see no signs from Nate. It doesn't seem like he submitted his score. This will be a point for Korea. Or so it looks like. 980,000 points on this is extremely good for Wonder.
It's just like the other two players, 936, and everyone versus 970. So, but even if Nate did get 970, this could easily go to Brazil.
Well, at this point, it hasn't been submitted yet. I don't know, because they seem to still be waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, they're like on that moment when there's like waiting for players.
Yeah,
on the multiplayer lobby.
Which is like weird because that doesn't usually happen with a disconnect.
Yeah, I mean we have the 5 scores submitted, That's for sure. We're waiting for Nate if he's around. But I think this usually when this happens is a disconnection, and it is what it is. It was way over the 30 seconds mark, so it will be a win for Korea if Nate doesn't submit his score.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna be reset. It's above the 30 seconds, like you said. As much as like Nate's
whoa! He submitted.
Whoa!
Wait, no.
Did he?
Someone on South
No.
Korea didn't submit. What?
No, Nate didn't submit.
No, Nate didn't submit, but someone. Oh, Hikanari left before he could submit, so that should still be a South Korean point.
What?
I think Hikanari left after he submitted.
No, Nate didn't.
I don't know
submit.
what happened.
Nate didn't submit here, and because Hikanari left before Silly got disconnected from the room, then his score is not showing the multiplayer log.
Yeah,
he
that's
actually
what I
submit.
meant. Yeah, he did submit, but it's not saying that it did according to the MPU.
Yeah, this is a Korea's win. Yeah,
Okay,
as Yas is calling it, it's a 1-1. Silly Fanga didn't submit his score, and Hikanari did, so that's a tie now.
Yeah, that should be 1-1. What a weird thing to happen.
Yeah.
But back to Brazil's pick. I don't know what I expect them to go for. Maybe they can feel more confident in Relentless and
Relentless, Epidermis. Don't Stop maybe okay-ish, but at the time around.
Relentless, Epidermis, Kami-sama would also be a probably fine pick.
Well, yeah. Lost Five Melody was also up in the air.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think technically, at this point, there's like 5 picks that are kind of safe for Brazil, and if they all get like 5 points from those picks, it could have go like 6 points for Brazil. So that's the safe tiebreaker.
Oh, I'm getting some intel on what happened with a nade. Apparently his electricity went off for half a second and shut down his computer.
Oh my god.
Yep, that happened.
Half a second. That's unfortunate, really.
We'll see though here if Brazil is... I mean, they should have Nate back for this one. It's just a PC reset. So he should be back in just a moment.
And now he's not online for some reason.
But regardless, what will Brazil pick here? Like, they are giving... This is giving time to Kakai to warm up a little bit. And he's pretty solid at Rise too. Like, he has an S rank on Galaxy Collapse, double time, for example. Like, he's pretty fast. Not sure if, like, Nausicaa levels, but he probably can do somewhat similar to him. Which means that they losing Calamity Fortune might actually be a big deal. So Brazil now needs to pick very carefully, and they can afford to lose one of their own picks.
I don't know what else to say because like the two hybrids are in Brazil's favor, kind of, because I think Epidermis is still there, and probably they were likely gonna go with there. As per usual, client likes colors, so.
Well, it seems like Wonder actually disconnected now. This is getting a bit wild.
This is this is like all but weird.
Like the destiny, the fate, Mania World Cup cannot afford to have a bracket reset. This is like Thanos trying to fix the timeline or something like that. The Avengers rather, but that you get the point.
The sequel to Avengers.
But for those who are just joining us, this is the bracket reset. Brazil now tying with South Korea 1-1. Calamity unfortunate being what we're kind of experiencing right now.
Calamity
With this DC by Silly Fanger, and now we're missing Wonder as well. Still waiting for Brazil's pick.
Well played, well played.
Top is a bit on the quiet side. I'm actually worried.
I
Is he
thought,
here?
fine. I'm good. Don't
Probably
worry about me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that happened too. Yeah, he got silenced now, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Nice. I think we've listened to this song for like 3 times now. That's on. And I mean, at this point, like, if they did get like unwarmed, so their heads might be a little bit cold right now.
Yeah, this is no good for Brazil. They are getting cold with time, and not only they are getting cold, but Kagura is getting warmer. So
Well, yeah.
actually, Andre left the room for a moment. I imagine for playing something to try to keep his warm on.
Yeah.
And now Brazil is gonna pick.
Yeah, same goes for like the other players, but I think they're fine. So strategically, getting your hands cold it's an okay strat.
And they're going for Kami-sama Nejimaki. Okay,
Alright.
I like this pick. It's probably the safest one they have after Hibidarake or maybe the Relentless. So they won it by a fair amount of points last time around. They also had a very shocking performance by everyone. Like they were like full combo. They was like a triple full combo play, other than the, the curse that happened. But they were having a really, really, really incredible run.
It was just like the unfortunate curse that happened to Lotus, so hopefully he doesn't get like cursed this time around, getting all IFCs. Hope for the
And
best.
the song is a banger, so I can get behind this pick.
Well, you would say that since you made the map, so...
Well, yeah, technically.
I mean, didn't you ever map something that was not a banger?
That's my
Not
point.
really. Yeah,
I mean,
not really.
I feel
That's
I
exactly
did.
my point.
I feel I did at one point. I'll have to think about it. Like, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Anyways, Brazil, South Korea, map number 3. It's Kami-sama Nejimaki. We'll see if the long notes this time around work for Brazil. They lost in Calamity Fortune by a disconnection. This time they should be fine.
Yes, hopefully. We're not gonna curse the disconnection again.
That's turning client, so there's no misses. I think Andre has like red coming out flash in
I
a bit.
saw that. No misses coming out yet. 6 full combos coming out from both teams. No one likes missing around these parts. But the accuracy lead is heavily in favor. Yeah. Accuracy lead is heavily in favor of Brazil.
Still
but
has
Andre
the same
misses.
issue as last match. Oh, Andre missing out there, but
Twice in a row, actually 3 times in a row.
Oh, Saturday also missing. That's now at least staging anywhere, but I think Andre missed like 4 times already.
He did. He's not having a great time right now. Suddenly traded that miss actually gives Brazil a little bit of a chance to stay on the lead. And the accuracy by Hikanario, of course, being a little bit lower compared to the rest of the players in this lobby. Brazil will try to pull ahead just on accuracy alone, but if Andre still misses, he keeps doing that, then Korea will get the lead back on the hands.
I think even with the misses, accuracies of the Hikanari is still like kind of making the lead shit to nowhere. It's still very close though.
It is very close, but if you match the scores, Andre MC and Hikanari are pretty much tied, even with the accuracy difference, just by the misses alone. And CD5 just stopped playing!
What?
Oh, his keyboard disconnected or something! I swear Brazil is having like the worst lags in the entire universe.
What is happening, dude?
Okay.
They still have enough time to recover from this, but
yeah,
what was that?
Definitely enough time.
There's
Plus
time
the
though, but I feel like...
This solo is really hard. I think there's a good chance that South Korea is going to have quite a few breaks here, and the lead is still only like, what, 25,000 points? With that, like, just complete stop playing.
Hikanari now drops actually quite a big one.
Whoa, there's a lot there.
One full combo out of the 2 that were there are gone from South Korea.
Lotus has to hold on this combo this time around. He missed last time around this point right after the solo. They need to hold as much as they can. No, he missed last time. I cursed it.
Lotus got a 984 last time. I don't think he can get that.
He combo block like crazy.
Whoa.
You're right, Hikanari draws a lot of combo there. Brazil is looking to win this. It's very close. And it will come down to the wire. He's actually pulling ahead.
Brazil should be thankful for that. Brazil should be thankful for the draw right there because Hikanari messed up so badly.
Yeah, but they cannot cheer for the victory still. It's still a long time with this short lead. It's only 3,000 points. They cannot afford a single miss. And this section is pretty dense. Misses are prone to happen. Will Brazil hold on through it? Wonder as well trying his best with a 99.41 to keep his team afloat, but Brazil is pulling ahead with their accuracies. Lotus commanding the charge with the full combo, and it will be.
It's not over yet though.
It doesn't look like it will happen. Brazil takes it, even with that shocking issue by Nate at the middle.
Wow, Nate dropping for a solid 20, 30 notes, and he still manages to help Brazil take the second.
Brazil should be thankful for that. If it weren't for a Hikanari column block, it should easily go to South Korea. That was wild. Out of serious turn of events that Silly had was like electricity issues and now keyboard issues.
But I mean, they got it. That's what matters. Regardless of the issues that Nate had at that point, they won it.
Yeah.
And it's 2-1. And Korea now has to pick.
But they're so close on throwing out the point. That's like the main issue in this card. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think he says that it was keyboard malfunction. Just in chat there.
We'll see. I think like something like Gamma Stop Sending Me is okay as a pick. Given how Ado went and Gamma went is also very good for them. Alright, holding up right here. Oh,
I like this pick. I think this is a good pick. Kalkai's coming in for Nausicaa if he's not. And at this point, I mean, Andre's losing a lot of stamina.
Yeah.
You can already tell that he's starting to fall a little bit behind where he probably would like to be. Just off of that Kami-sama run. He was missing a lot more than I would have expected him to. But even
Will
so...
Andre play this though?
I
think so.
I mean, it could be cute.
Trouble.
I think they're debating whether they're going to put Andre or Kyuta in, because they're probably pretty close. It's just a matter of, you know, rolling the dice who's going to miss less, or mess up less, I suppose.
I mean, here's the thing. Do you want to go with Cute and maybe give Andre some time to like cool down? Or you maybe go for the riskier play and try to get Andre in, perhaps win this point and break? I think this is a very, very good point for leaving Andre in, because Nausicaa's not around, so even though Kakai is really, really good, like, this is the chance. Brazil needs to break this kind of points from now on without Nausicaa. They have to use that as much as they possibly can. Perhaps they want to save it for Eito, or perhaps save it for Okachama, and it will be Cute that is joining the room instead of Andre.
I don't think that Kalkai hasn't played like the picks yet. Because I think this is like the first time I've seen Kalkai for like showing up in the final stage to play the full. Because I already see like Nausicaa, Blue Blood, and Hikanari for the most part, and Wonder too. So I think that also works well for the LNs, but I haven't ever seen Kalkai in final stage.
What a banger! Talking about bangers,
Yeah,
we have a great song.
The best song in the tournament. Oh man, we're getting some. How many beers do we have?
Yeah, did he actually play with that? Like, set? I saw a set on a 9. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a 4-key layout. That's like a alien layout.
Gamma's debatable for being a banger as well.
Maybe he uses his ring finger.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty weird.
A triple mirror, actually. Kakai, Lotus, and Cute.
Ooh, accuracy from Kit not looking super strong right out of the gate.
Oh, Blue Bloody is actually hitting really early.
I think it makes sense though. He's trying to like rush as much as possible because it's probably right out of his like comfort speed zone.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, Lotus finding a lot of drops there.
Yeah, Lotus is not having a great time here at all. This looks really good for Korea already, and we are only quarter into the song.
Wonder is holding 99.9 as per usual. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
This
I don't
is
know
the
how
kind
you do
of
that, but it's fine.
that one that would just carry, like he just does. And this
Kalkai does. Kalkai does too. 99.6 is actually respectable.
I mean, Silly Fangirl also with a 99.6. I'm actually kind of surprised that Lotus is so low. I think he ended up rushing one pattern, and that's really the reason that he's so far behind. But he just continues to miss right now. Kut comboing really well right now, though. There goes the last full combo on the side of Brazil, with 3 on the side of South Korea right now. I don't think there's really an opportunity for Brazil to take this back, even if, like, at this point South Korea has so much room to drop that there's not really. And I mean, what's that lead? Almost 100,000 at this.
Yeah, it's like more than 100,000 right now.
Yeah, coming right into the end of the chart. Kalkai dropping his full combo. So did Wonder, actually. Blue Bloody gonna hold on to the only full combo in the lobby.
And there goes. 102,000 points. That's commanding. Especially when we saw Brazil advance this last match.
It's kind of worrying to see Lotus get such a low score on that.
Low score, but he gets a 925.
Yeah, I think the lowest score being Lotus actually. Even though Cute has lower accuracy but better score, I think it was just mainly for the miscount, really. But it's South Korea's pick. Doesn't matter anyways. It's not like a big deal or anything. But Brazil's now getting to pick.
Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising war?
So what does Brazil go with now? They can go with duplication, or they can go with relentless, or they can go with epidermis maybe. Although they might be a little tired for that. They could go for lost found melody to give themselves a small break.
Basically, like any picks could do fine. I think Don't Stop, Lost My Melody, Relentless, I think Epidermis is okay.
I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's gotta be sure and he's gotta be soon and he's gotta be
Meanwhile, we get to like listen to this glorious song. That's nice.
somewhere after midnight in my wildest fantasy. Somewhere just beyond my reach. Someone reaching back for me.
Let's see what they end up going for. Like, they do have safe picks in the pool left.
Yeah, true.
If it, like, Kami-sama was a safe pick if it wasn't for the fact that Nate's, or Silly Fangirl's keyboard messed up in the middle of it. It's like, you know, okay, relentless.
Okay, it's
That's
alright.
a fair pick.
That's a fair pick. Okay.
I'm okay with this. They did very well on this against South Korea both times, and they have a pretty well, they didn't win by a huge amount last time, but, you know, if they can keep it close until the ending, then they should be fine. This is gonna be maybe a contentious pick, depending on how the players are feeling. I mean, I know Andre's not feeling like amazing right now. He got a small break there between matches, so hopefully he'll be able to pick himself back up. But even so, I think this is gonna be an interesting pick, because South Korea does have opportunities to take this, and if South Korea does take that, that's gonna be a huge hit to Brazil.
Yeah, moral-wise.
Ideally, Brazil gets it and they're fine. But, you know.
Yeah, hopefully. I guess it's a matter of the LM section, which everybody has a lot of issues on it. In which that's a bit of like concerning.
Yeah, last time around, South Korea lost this on the very last long no section on the releases. So if Brazil can hold on until the ending somewhat fine, then just the ending alone will make Korea fall a little bit. Or maybe they just overperform this time around. We'll get to see it. Now it's a bit later, so maybe they have a little bit more warm for them. Maybe it's not so early. They already shook off the tiredness.
They're more awake. Okay, intros coming through. Okay, that wasn't client.
That was
Andre.
I don't know, because I think the scores. Okay, Blue Buddy's traded up.
Okay, there we go. Okay, Andre also messed up real bad there. Now it's actually real, but Brazil holds on to the lead through that, though, even with Andre's really low accuracy. Blue Buddy missing
also
again.
well, though.
The really good accuracy from Lotus and Silly Fangirl is doing a lot for Brazil right now. Andre trying to pick himself back up here and doing a pretty good job, almost back up at the 99 at this point. Hey.
Oh, Nay with the embers. He's tilted. He's tilted. I'm so sure he's tilted right now. He had so many issues on the match so far that I don't blame him, but he needs to keep his composure up because they need Nate on 100% of his force. Like, they cannot afford to drop misses like that. Not in a map like this.
They are keeping the scores very close together, even with those drops from Nate. Everyone's comboing through that section. More LMs, and I think there's going to be a few breaks here, particularly from South Korea, maybe? Maybe not, but the lead is shifting over to Brazil.
Still nothing. Yeah.
Suck.
Last time we saw Brazil We saw Brazil choking on this part last time. So be careful. Right on the jacks here that are about to take place after this. This is the point we saw Brazil choking the most.
And there is Andre finding one break. And then there was a huge mind block kind of issue with this long note trill that was coming up here right before the second chorus.
Score is
Very
difference is minuscule. They're just going back and forth.
It's still nothing.
Hikanari drops though. He's the first one to drop the ball, but this long nose mini jacks are very tricky, and Brazil struggled last time. Seems like Blue Bloody drops his full combo there.
Okay, no one disconnected this time.
No drops by Andre and by Lothus. City Flicker as well holding on through it, but Andre now
finds the drop, but they have the lead. Lothus finds the drop as well. Going into the long note. Oh no!
This is exactly what happened last time, and then the score gap this time it's industrial again.
Brazil should have the advantage here.
They trade.
They drop.
It's gonna come down to the wire.
I don't know what's happening.
Last releases.
Brazil should have the advantage going into this section, but
Lothus misses.
He's gonna.
Will they have enough time? I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
They don't have enough time. Brazil takes it by 7,000 points.
6,000
By the skin of his teeth. They managed to take it. 7,000 points. Brazilian. That's called by Wonder, by the way. Hello, Wonder. 7,200s.
Jeez.
What are these
my chest hurts right now, dude.
Same. Jeez, dude, what is going on with these picks? This is not well to my body right now. Just saying. But then that's Brazil's own point.
Okay, Chama comes out of the pick.
Are they actually going to be like the closest difference this time around? Because 6,000 points isn't the same.
Oh yeah, this is
difference.
Really close last time. Though Kalkai is here now, and maybe he'll make a difference. But also Nazuka's gone, so you know maybe he'll have to make up that difference. Unless
both teams are just. Both teams are like with the like waiting with the hands prepared to break point at any point. Like a single break point decides this match. I think we all should agree.
I mean, look, the thing is, there should have already been a break point at this point. It's like, oh, you know, I think South Korea is pretty lucky right now to not have a break point against them. You know,
well, obviously,
but you know, sometimes that just happens. And Brazil is actually both teams are fully capable of stealing points from each other.
Yeah, but what I mean is like at this point, what is the safe picks that are remaining for Brazil? It's like Lost Found Melodies, and that's only if Kalkai is not the third player. Like Nausicaa's not around; he was the third player last time. And
just like Epidermis and
that's Epidermis as well. Yeah, you're right.
To be completely honest, I'm not
it's
sure
still
why
pretty risky.
Brazil hasn't
Epidermis
gone for Lost Found Melody yet.
It should
and
be.
Just like Don't Stop, and just like Don't Stop as well. But it's like so wild card.
I think they're gonna save Don't Stop for like the last second, the last pick of the match, or like the I need to get out of the jail card, like the Monopoly card.
Get out of jail free.
Yeah, that one, that it is. Oh my god, this is gonna be close too. We actually don't have Kalkai for this.
Interesting. I am interested to see the result of this, because I'm pretty sure Nazuka was in on this last night. Nazuka was in on this. This is definitely going to be interesting to see if Brazil can pull off a breakpoint, since South Korea might be slightly weakened, though not to discount Hikanari since he's also very fast.
Blue Bloody is at 99.98 for a moment. That's scary.
You have to remember, this map was the closest for last match, for the first match we had today. So this can go anywhere. We have the same lineups actually for both teams. I think only Nausicaa did play this time, right?
Yeah,
I think he did.
No, Nausicaa played in place of Hikanari.
Okay, so if Cute can overperform like he did last time, Brazil has a chance to break this point.
Here we go.
No. Ooh, Blue Bloody actually finding a combo break there. No one on Lotus, and Hikanari trading off. He's going to stay in favor of Brazil for the time being.
There's a lot of 200 by Cute there, but it's not going to break any combo. Lotus and Hikanari Blue Bloody as well.
What is Cute's accuracy?
Yeah. Big trade in favor of Brazil at the moment. They're looking very good right now. But Lotus finding a drop in the break section might help even out those scores for a little bit.
All eyes should be on Cute though. Even though Lotus is holding an incredible accuracy, he's missing a bit. But it will come down to Cute, really. If he can full combo this, or like combo as much as he possibly can, then Brazil should have this. Because they are facing Hikanari and Blue Bloody, who are missing quite a lot. Oh, he actually misses! No!
That was the long jack, though. Ooh, whoa. Bad intros from both Lotus and Cute.
Wonder drops.
Wonder finding a drop as well. Cute
He had a
finding a lot of
99.8.
drops here.
There's no FCs outside of Silly Fangirl though.
Silly Fangirl trying his best to hold on for Brazil.
Oh, Cute's now
Cute not having
lost.
a good time anymore.
Cute's now getting lost.
Hikanari freaking right at the end of that.
It's still very close though.
Yeah, this is really close still.
It is really close, but Silly Fanger drops. Trades with Hikanari. No more full combos left on the board here. And the score difference is still in favor of Korea. Accuracy-wise, they are on the advantage. But a couple misses on the last chorus from Blue Bloody on Hikanari. We saw that happening before on the first chorus. It can still go anywhere. The difference is not higher than the 4 digits. Like it's like 10,000 at most.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, it's shrinking just a tiny bit because of the accuracy advantage that Brazil has. It's all based on misses right now. This part can be hard to accuracy.
Hikanari fighting this. Oh, the drum is not shrinking a little bit there.
I think Cute found a lot of 200s here in the last one, but he's got. Oh no!
There's more tree coming up here.
Wonder drops though.
Oh, this will come back down to the wire again. The map is almost over, but there's still enough time for recovery.
Oh, no one's dropping outside of that.
Hikanari trade. One more miss and it's gone, but Cute traded. Cute is not able to hold this.
We're going into
It's gonna be a point
the.
for Korea.
We haven't seen almost any misses in this ending from any of these teams. I don't. Yeah, and there goes Cute with another break, and I think that's gonna seal it. Give South Korea their 3rd point.
Wow. That's now 18,000 points.
That's so close still. That's 18,000 points and it's still incredibly close. The score by Wonder again, shocking everybody. 5 200s, 2 misses. Best score of the lobby, 983. Nate very, very close to edge that, but not quite there.
Cute's handling a better score than from like last match. I think he was like holding 98.5. But now he has a lower miss count too. But that's still not gonna be enough.
Yeah, Cute actually did get a better score than he did in the previous match.
Oh my god. The more time you stay on ties, the more nerves you're gonna suffer.
Everyone's gonna be nervous.
Okay, and they're going for that.
Here we go. This is what we're looking for.
I want to say this. The Lost Found Melody will be the key point of this entire matchup. It will come down to Kalkai, because I think he will be replacing Nausicaa for this one. And Brazil sure won it, but Nausicaa had a pretty low score. If Kalkai somehow is the 3rd player in terms of SVs for Korea, then Brazil might lose this. This might be the first breakpoint for Korea.
Don't think this song is kind of changing there.
できました
Alright, there it is. We got our next map in the lineup, Lost Time Melody, coming up. 7th map out of a possible, what is this, 13?
13 it is. Song just makes it like really ominous because I feel like when Calca is joining it, it's either Brazil gonna win this easily or South Korea will gonna have a really close one too.
Oh man. Korea's not having the third player joining just yet. That can only mean something. They are discussing who is the third player, and if that is a question, then it's a problem.
Yeah, if they're questioning who's going to go in, then they pretty much have no chance at this point.
Yeah, since like Nausicaa is gone, there's like only sudden death, and yeah, like I said, sudden death. Nope. Okay, sudden death either it's Calca or sudden death, or Hikanari, but I don't think like Hikanari is fighting SVs. Okay, sudden death is back. Hopefully.
We'll see how he's been doing on this. Like,
oh, he's gonna go hidden.
Wait, what?
Suddenly it's going with hidden.
Why? Are they just giving
know.
us the point, or is that just something that helps sudden death? I'm not actually sure.
I mean,
Oh,
hidden makes it kind
he
of
did go
impossible.
hidden.
I mean, hidden makes it
doesn't
kind
make
of
it impossible.
weird.
I could imagine doing this map without it, sort of. Some parts would be really weird to do, but, you know, you could arguably still do it.
In before he
Man, I
comes.
don't know.
That'd be wild.
Well, that would be wild, yeah. Well, we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
That kind of suits. If you see something that having that issue on the intro, then
Yeah, there's no way.
yep.
Well, 80%. Well, that's that.
I guess we
That
can.
seals it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, don't have to worry about this point. There's...
That's a big relief for Brazil, though. I'll say that much. The fact that that was probably the key point they were maybe not afraid to make because of like Hawkeye, but now seeing that Southern is just not capable at all to play this, it's pretty comfortable for them, and they should win this easily.
Well, come to think of it, I think the other two South Koreans are kind of like already rehearsed this a lot now. Blue Bloody is now kind of like 98.6, like the best, like holding like the real serious accuracy above like all Brazilians.
Yeah, I think it was the same thing that happened in the last one. Blue Bloody was doing exceptionally well, like, I mean, and he messed up a little bit here in the previous match as well, but I think the biggest point of contention in this chart for both of these teams ended up being the 1/3 section that everyone was doing really badly on, because it's hard to read.
Andre is also like holding really well so far.
Him and Lotus both holding very high combos. Andre and Wonder with the FCs, but Lotus one miss right at the beginning, I think. With a 98.9.
FC's like right up into the section where it gets like very tricky.
Oh, good luck reading the 1/3 on hidden.
I mean, I guess he has like scroll speed kind of lowered, so that makes it kind of like a little bit of a foreseeing the pattern.
It's shocking though, right? Like, think about it. We saw this on Brazil's side in Breach Protocol against the United States and also against Korea. Now you wonder, Brazil might have won Bridge Protocol if they didn't ban it.
Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier too, but I mean, you might as well be safe at that point because it's Brazil. It's not like Brazil had a third player for that anyways. It would have been, you know, based on who did worse out of the third players, as opposed to like what team did better. And even then, if South Korea did worse than Brazil's, that Wonder was so far ahead of everyone that he could have carried them anyways.
I think we might see Wonder SC on Lost on Melody.
Again.
Maybe.
Yeah, getting Wonder with another FC on this chart.
Are we gonna see it though?
I mean,
I think we should.
it looks like it. It's hard to miss. If you know that, if you got this ending part done, it's pretty hard to miss on it.
And that's a win. Easy win for Brazil.
Yeah,
Brings it
there we go.
4-2-3 in their favor.
17,200.
That's a 980k. Again. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
All 5 S's except for the C for sudden death, which already gives out a big enough of a hint that something is not pretty much into SVs, and that would be the last SV too. There's only the rising couple hybrids left.
Ado coming
Ado,
out as
okay.
a pick,
Alright.
and Kalkai is likely going to come back in for this.
Maybe? Question mark.
This was another pretty close one in the last match, I think. Yeah, it was only 25, or sorry, it was only 20,000 points, and I know, I have this feeling that Kyoto might be able to do better, but and honestly, Nausicaa was about 25,000 points ahead of Blue Bloody. I'd assume Kalkai can keep up with that in the same way, but I don't know. If he doesn't perform as well as Nausicaa did, there's a good chance that Brazil can definitely contest this.
Or maybe it's just go with Higanari. Like they did last time. It worked.
Or that too.
Yeah.
But if Hikanari wasn't in for the last one, that would mean that Blue Bloody's more consistent and ideally would be better for something like this. And that kind of worries me for the side of South Korea if he's not able to like match Blue Bloody on this. That gives Brazil a huge opportunity.
Not so sure if Kalkai is a playing for like the rest of the charts, because I feel like Rice charts, like Hikanari doing not the best that I was expecting. And I think we're probably gonna see Kalkai, maybe. And hopefully scroll speed does need to be changed before we get to Ada. Maybe.
Interesting that Andre's staying in for this too. Last time it was Kyoto, and I guess that just means that Andre is feeling more confident on it, or they want to keep Kyoto rested, maybe? Even though Andre's been playing a lot more. I'm a little bit confused about this choice.
Well, I mean, Andre said something along the lines of him not being able to like give any guarantees on this map, but he's pretty hyped up, and he said that he wants to stay in. So it's mostly like a choice by himself. He's probably very close to Cute in terms of scoring.
Okay, that would be fair. Is Hikanari
in? We'll see.
No.
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, okay. He's in.
Okay.
He's in. We're good. Alright, right at the intro. Blue Bloody with the first miss. Brazil holding on to a lead, though I think this is the same way that it started in the previous match, so take a little bit until the stamina starts actually having an effect and we see whether or not Brazil's going to be able to hold up their accuracies.
Andre with the first base, Wanderer 2 actually trading off. Lead's still not changing anywhere. Hikanari though with a drop there. Lead's still nowhere.
Long, hard section. Andre finding a miss right at the beginning of it. It's not looking too good for him. He had a pretty massive accuracy drop. The silly Fangirl and Andre continuing to drop.
It's not looking good there because I think Lotus dropped like a whole percent of it.
Oh yeah, that too.
Lead.
No one. There's only 299, or I guess there's 399s left on the board right now.
And Andre holding an only 96% there. That's gonna hurt the score difference.
Blue Bloody finding another combo break, but that's not really going to make a huge difference. There's a very large advantage in favor of South Korea. Wander finding a drop there might give a decent opportunity for Brazil to at least get a little bit of ground taken back. About 40,000 points of advantage.
Now I have another theory. What if Cute went to sleep now? Or had to leave? Because Andre's score is not even close, I think, to what Cute had last time.
I mean, Lee's kind of like shrinking a little bit, but I guess like the longer streams might have been deciding to it. But Andre's accuracy is like so low compared to like everyone else.
Yeah, well, if Kit did end up having to leave, it's okay for Brazil ultimately, just because Andre plays on a lot of the charts anyways. Three-way drop from Locus, Andre, and Hikanari, but I don't think that's really going to make too big of a difference, other than giving South Korea even more of an advantage than they already have. Hikanari definitely showing up right now, so...
Yeah. And
no, double miss from South Korea.
Oh yeah. And the other things I think by Brazil, it might have been just either Epidermis or Don't Stop, basically. That are kind of like the safer ones, to say the least. And that's what might actually Brazil gonna go for.
Yeah, so we're bringing it 4-4 right now. We got 4 more picks left until tiebreaker if it does happen. And Brazil does have some pretty decent picks left. Epidermis is a completely fair choice. They've won it both times they've played against South Korea in this situation. Don't Stop is also a solid pick. Duplication might also be okay, but that's a bit risky.
Well, that's the riskiest of the charts. All of the charts, I think. I guess Do I Smile is out there, but it's like either way. It's like gonna go either way. But Don't Stop and Epidermis was like the safer ones out of all.
And on the side of South Korea, they still have at least one solid pick for them. They have Gamma, which they pretty much easily took against Brazil last time. Not to mention Crystal Chamber Combustion was also very good for South Korea there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we see the entire row of Duplication, Don't Stop, and Crystal Chamber Combustion, and the entire column is just Epidermis and Gamma. That's basically it. Or probably Do I Smile is also left over there.
And Epidermis comes out.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's a fair pick.
And I mean, at this point, like, Don't Stop is the only pick that Brazil can go with. Out of everything, it's just country. So does South Korea, I think. I think South Korea might have Gamma in the open. So
Yeah, that's what I do. It says Gamma and Crystal Chamber Combustion,
Chamber
while
Combustion.
being slightly, it might be the more risky of the two, but it's still pretty favorable for South Korea.
So now, so it's epidermis. Assuming Brazil wins this, South Korea picks Gamma. Assuming they win this, what does Brazil pick afterwards?
Well, they're
Do they
either
go Don't Stop?
Don't Stop or
Don't
Duplication.
Stop. It's either of those two.
And then Korea tries to seal the deal with Crystal Chamber Combustion. Perhaps a tiebreaker will happen this time around. That will be an ending for this tournament.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting if that ends up
Yeah.
happening. This has just been a
Yeah.
wild grand finals in general.
Yeah.
I
Song
mean, they have been
number
playing for 3
9.
hours in a row now. That's insane. 3.5 hours almost.
And I'm sure they were all warming up for at least an hour or so beforehand. So most of these players are likely going on 4 or 5 hour sessions. Really, at this point, it seems like a battle of attrition. Like, who can wear down the other team faster?
Can we start our predictions for who will win a tiebreaker if it happens?
My vote's on Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh,
Let's go in with it.
I mean, they've already shown decent what's it called, prowess over South Korea on other hybrids, so I feel like they have the best chance on a tiebreaker-esque chart like Racingization. 3 full combos so far up to this.
No.
Okay.
No, Brazil has
Alright, bye,
one more
Andre.
minute.
Andre with 1 miss. Okay. Higanari and
Still a
Philly
fangirl.
Fangirl following up. Still an accuracy for Brazil, just barely, I think. But the combo advantage is giving South Korea just the slightest point advantage right now. God, this is so close.
We're close. Oh boy.
Oh, no, Philly Fangirl with a drop in this. 2 drops in this.
Happening. They cannot afford to get more drops at this point.
So the accuracy advantage is sort of lessening that lead. You can see it sort of shrinking. I think a miss or 2 on the side of South Korea will do a lot for giving Brazil a small advantage. Wonder's accuracy is insane right now, though.
But still a 15k gap there.
We're in a position where, unlike the last 2 times Epidermis was played, South Korea actually has an accuracy advantage over Brazil right now.
And Brazil needs to outperform South Korea on the ending too. That's also
this
going to be
ending-
like the one main word.
Yeah, this ending I think is going to have such a huge impact on who's going to take this match right now. Because if Brazil pulls through on that in the ending, they might be able to. They will probably take this point actually, but they have to hope that. Ooh, but Andre right before the ending break with Higanari though. Ending coming in, Lothus and Higanari trade off.
Blue Blood is coursing through this. Lotus makes a
Again.
lot of misses.
Ooh, Andre finding another break. It is not looking too good for Brazil, and there it goes. First break point of the match goes to South Korea.
19,000 points of difference. Wonder with 7? 200? Oh man, this is actually going to be really bad for Brazil right now.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
break point.
terrible position for Brazil to be in right now. Not to mention that South Korea pretty much has a couple of picks that are relatively open.
Not sure. I mean, Crystal Chamber Combustion is still up there.
Yeah.
And if they were gonna go for it.
So is Gamma Stop Sending Me Ratchet. I would be surprised if they didn't pick.
Yeah,
Raid.
Triple C.
So I understand the pick, but why not go for Gamma first?
Man, I don't know. I mean, if they can basically like single-handedly carry like the all three players who can actually consistently FC, they did basically fine. But with having Hikari and Blue Bloody in place in terms of Rice skill set, I think it's pretty okay.
This is gonna be a real kicker because no one has any stamina.
They're probably like pretty much out of steam here, so.
I mean, what has it been? The last match was won 7-5, I think. So
Yeah.
that's 12 matches they played plus the 9 now. So they've already played 21 charts for this tournament under immense amounts of stress, immense amounts of tournament nerves.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they have to be tired by now.
Yeah, so it's like, what, 1 UTC? I mean, they only play like 3 hours in total. Accounting from like several breaks in between. So, they're pretty much like running out of steam, except for like players who are very physically like playing it like some hours like that.
Here we go. Pick number 10 of a possible 13. Brazil being on the end of losing their the first break point in the match in that previous chart, and they really got to bring it back here. They need to win. I think they do need to win this in order to take the match. If they want a chance to, win.
I
And go
think
to
this is their
tiebreaker.
last chance. Yeah, this is like the only pick that they can break on. I think Gamma is out of the question, especially with like stamina issues. So they need to win this and win whatever they pick next to force a tiebreaker. Otherwise, they're, in my opinion, done for. So it's a pretty important map for Brazil and South Korea as well.
Yeah, accuracy is in favor of Brazil right now.
I just
No combo
really
breaks
don't
as
want to
of
mention
this
anyone's
moment.
name.
Yeah,
I just
no,
really
it's hard
don't
to
want
like.
say anyone's name.
I don't know who to look at because whoever I look at is gonna miss, right? Is that how that goes?
Just
That's
look at
pretty
the
much
right
it.
screen, at the right side of the screen then, because we want a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Get that tiebreaker, boys. Four
Yeah,
full
we're-
combos
we're-
coming
we're-
into the
we're
second
now-
half.
We're not second half, dear. This is actually going to be prone to choke there.
I'm really nervous right now for all
You
of
can
these
never know.
players. First min's coming out from South Korea. Brazil getting a small
They need to
advantage,
hold
but
on though.
still got the hardest part of the map to come.
They need to hold on a fair bit longer there. This last third.
Brazil trying to make a statement right now. Really want to push that onto South Korea. Ending.
Now the ending is
No,
random
what
here.
is Lotus
Oh,
missed? Just
Bloody
really
missed.
wild.
Oh no.
Blue Bloody missed. What
Andre
is
now-
happening? Oh no.
Oh, Andre's
That was,
gone.
oh no.
No,
No.
no, no,
That
no.
was huge.
Oh my god, they won it!
Oh my god,
They took it! 400 points! 400 points! They took it! They took it!
Oh
They
my
break point!
god.
They break a goal!
The double
Oh my
break point. What
They
just
took it!
happened?
Brazil!
Yo!
Brazil is alive! Brazil is still alive!
Brazil
That's
made
a 5-5
it.
score right now! They
5-5.
are still alive!
What just
Brazil
happened?
clutches the win.
Back into the match.
407
miracle.
points! They
Oh
clutched
my
it!
god.
They absolutely clutched it at the end!
Oh my
That was-
god.
That was a miracle that we ever seen one. 407
Dude,
points, the
Andre.
closest difference.
Andre choked so hard at the end, but he just kept it together just well enough to hold on. Brazil can take their pick. If they take their pick, they guarantee at least tiebreaker.
Don't Stop is the only safe, kind of the only safe pick by Brazil.
Don't they go for duplication though? I think they could go for duplication here too, but what do you do at this point? Don't Stop was fairly close last time, but Nate and Lotus had incredible scores. Andre now is tired. There's a lot of things to consider now. Even Do I Smile seems like a decent pick as well. Oh my goodness.
Scary, dude.
Everything is scary. There's like 5-5. They're still tying the series. And there's nothing else to lose.
I'm so stressed out.
Like I said, like Crystal Chamber Combustion is not a safe thing by any means. Because basically go anywhere. But Brazil just managed to just break it out just by a little bit of a difference.
Andre, I think he's just as nervous as everyone. As you might expect, you know? Something like that.
Deliberating their decisions here. I think, like, out of any picks, Gamma is not to go for it.
Right,
don't stop. Okay.
Don't stop coming
Alright.
out.
Get out.
I'm so nervous.
And Brazil is looking to not stop this. They want to force at least a tiebreaker. And it's Don't Stop, the pick. The last pick for Brazil in the tournament. And my goodness, we just saw what's probably one of the most epic finishes of a map in a while ago. Like that, remember the match between Japan and France tiebreaker that got decided at the very last second, those misses by M. Duskia. This time around, Andre being the Duskia for Brazil, but not quite enough for Korea to take it. 400 points is nothing for a team-based 3v3 tournament, especially in Mania, where 400 points is like 3 300s. Like, I don't know, 10 300s maybe. That's ridiculous.
And Kalkai is certainly going to be coming back for this, replacing Hikanari.
I'm curious how good Kalkai is at this, because that is...
I was pretty good.
I would assume pretty good.
Yeah. It's do or die for Brazil to get a point for at least a tiebreaker.
Nazuko was
honestly,
the lowest on South Korea in the previous match, so it's possible that Kalkai is going to help get them the point here, but Brazil is also extremely strong at this.
Yeah, and I don't see them winning Gamma by any means. Like, Gamma's like the obvious pick. Korea has nothing else to pick other than that. And I don't see Brazil taking that point at all. Like, CCC was a very, very close call and very difficult, like 2080. But Gamma is like impossible for Brazil to take down. They need to win this to force a tiebreaker and then win the tiebreaker for the title. I see no other scenario. I see a million futures, and there's only one.
There's only one.
Brazil takes it. And Kalkai finds the first miss. Traded instantly by Lotus though. But the advantage is on Brazil's side.
I think Kalkai might have dropped a couple hundreds as well too. So there might be an issue at the very beginning of the chart.
Yeah, the accuracy is pretty low. I mean, all three of Brazil's players beating out Kalkai and Blue Bloody at the moment. It's just a matter of the combo traded back from Kalkai and Lotus, and Wonder being exceptional right now. The 99.87 thus far.
Nice scores!
Ooh, but
That was a huge drop! He dropped like 4 notes in a row!
Oh, and he
His accuracy went down a lot.
He went down almost 0.5%. That's a huge break, and it gives Brazil quite a bit of room right now.
Oh, Andre creates a big drop too
that
there.
was a huge
my god!
drop.
But Blue Bloody trades it.
Brazil maintains the lead for the time being.
No, combos!
But Nate, Kalkai is the only full combo left on the board.
No, he missed at the intro. He missed at the intro.
did he? I didn't even
Yeah,
know.
he missed it now!
Oh, but oh my god, what is happening? Everyone's
Dude.
stamina is going away. No one is able to keep up right now. Andre missing again.
Blue Bloody Trey said, this score is minuscule. Like, this map is so polarized, you can easily drop so much score. And this score difference is negligible. I don't know that word, I cannot pronounce it.
Negligible. Oh
Negligible.
my god.
There it is, it's so close. And it will go down to the wire. Still half of the map remaining. There's a lot of stamina to be drained here.
Yeah, it's half of the map left. 3.
Oh, Calcutta missing there. Brazil needs to hold on there.
Will Lotus pull out again the big place? He gets a 50! Oh, that was so close to it. I mean,
that was really close to a drop, but I don't think it would have mattered. Brazil still would have maintained a lead, I think, but it's even so.
yeah, but they cannot afford. They cannot afford misses here. Any miss with the stamina required at the ending can be detrimental. They need to hold this section, which is arguably easier, the much they can. The ending will get brutal. The stamina will drain a lot, and Kalkai, being the lowest point for Korea now, Andre will try to outplay him in terms of combo, and that's pretty much it. That's the difference maker between those two.
Yeah, there's still only 10,000 points. Yeah, Kalkai missing again.
Does drop again. Combo advantage goes to Andre, keeping Brazil in the lead right now. Quarter of the map left. One more chorus left.
One more chorus left, though.
Can they hold on through this? Is 1700 combo for every single player across the room other than Kalkai, but only 2 misses will probably do the trick. Kalkai drops though, one of the easier jacks there.
That's 20,000 point lead. That's already a good lead. That's already a good lead by Brazil right there, but they still need to hold on.
It will take a pretty big miss here by Brazil to lose this. Kalkai is just dropping constantly. He's not able to stay consistent at this. And even though this performance from Wonder and Blue Bloody are really, really crazy, it won't be enough. Wonder drops. Korea starts to fall. And Brazil is taking the point here. Don't stop. They are not stopping. They are going for
They're
this.
absolutely not stopping. They're never stopping. They take their 6 points.
6 points. 25,000 points of difference.
This is either this is a historic match no matter what happens now. Brazil has just guaranteed that either Brazil wins or it's a tiebreaker. Oh my god.
And that would be either Sakura wins this next pick or Brazil will be crowning the champion for the first time in OS Mania 4Q World Cup.
For the first time in OS history, Brazil is one map
did they just pick
away.
Do I Smile? Wait, no, okay, no.
They picked Do I Smile?
No. Wonder is saying not to pick that.
Oh, they're both going for it though. Blue Bloody and Kalkai are both going for Do I Smile.
Are they?
Wait.
Why aren't they picking Gamma?
Wait, I think Wonder hasn't.
I'm waiting for.
Hasn't got the official word by Wonder there, so.
Wonder is the captain, so he has the last call here.
No, I don't think there was complete team agreement there, so I don't think that we should go through anyways. I mean, I guess at this point it's either Do I Smile or Gamma, because there's no way they're picking duplication.
Oh my god. This is insane. This is insane. Brazil just secured at least a tiebreaker for the bracket reset. And if they can pull it off, they will be crowned champions for the first time in Osu Mania and Osu history. Brazil has not ever been on a top 3 before, as far as I remember. Other than 4Key World Cup, of course, and 7Key. But this is the first time they will be challenging for the title. This close. They are this close of taking it all. Brazil looking to pull out the history, but Korea trying to deny them, discussing their last pick of the tournament. We all agree it has to be Gamma, but they might have a plan. They might have a card that they still has not shown us. And they're gonna go for Do I Smile. Oh my god.
Oh god.
They are going for a different one.
I guess Kalkai is not super confident in it, because Nazuka was the one who played it last time, and it must have just been a matter of Kalkai's not as, good at it. But Do I Smile, I know Kalkai can hold on to. There's no doubt that he can.
Will Brazil smile at the end of this?
And
will
this
it
is
be Korea?
this is a big choke map.
This is a big...
Yep. If you can't miss, or you give such a huge advantage to the other team, because it's arguably the easiest rice pick in the pool. Not to mention, Andre's stamina has been seeming a little bit off right now.
And also, probably there's no cute around, so Andre would have to stay in for this.
Oh my god, Kalka is going with the mirror. And that's the only mod across the board. Brazil looking for the golden chance here because they were probably expecting Gamma and probably a very easy win for Korea. But without Nausicaa,
Alright.
they have to go for a different strategy, and it is Kalkai. Blue Bloody and Wonder against Lilyfanger, Andrew MC and Lotus on Do I Smile? Do we smile?
Here we go.
After this, we'll see if we get a
Here we
champion
go.
or we get a tiebreaker.
Song number 12. Before we go
Out
to a
of a possible
tiebreaker,
13.
or else Brazil needs to get a break point for this, and Krani for the champion, or else South Korea will get to a tiebreaker alongside Brazil for the last pick for the tournament.
Will this be a double 7-5 for Brazil, or will this be tiebreaker? South Korea trying their best. This map was not played last time. One of the only ones actually that didn't get played last time.
It did get played
Let's
last
see.
week though, in this same
Yep,
match.
and Korea won it.
Barely.
But it was a different Brazil.
Won it. That
I
is
argue it was a
very
different
true.
Brazil.
They only won by 3,000 points last time, I should mention.
The lead is still like very much nothing though.
The lead is 0 points.
No one has a lead.
No one has a lead. Up
No
until
one's
this
broken yet.
downtime.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Lotus is 0.03 ahead of Wonder. Silly
Can it
Samuel is
just-
0.01 behind Blue Bloody. And Andre is 0.01 ahead of Kalkai. What is this?
This is so close. Can we all agree how fitting this sounds? The
Look at the
chaos.
spin bar. Look at the spin bar of difference. This is nothing. It's just switching
There,
around.
there is nothing. There's no lead.
It's less than 500 points. It's maybe even in the double digits. The score difference between these two teams, they are so evenly matched. And as Toph say, there's 0.01 or 0.02 accuracy difference between these two teams. And as we said, this is the easiest Rise map in the entire pool. One miss and you're gone for. It's very, very hard to recover because the accuracies are going to be so high for every single team, and it would be just a choke battle.
I think this is the point where, Andre is probably really tired. I think all of the players are really tired, but when you get a point like Crystal Chamber Combustion and don't stop right in a row and you set yourself up for a tiebreaker, that adrenaline's gonna be pumping so fast.
There's
Yeah,
so much downtime, but now it's sped up. And now it's speeding up. Let's see what we can have here.
Oh my god, this will be the decider. This is the point where we'll probably get a very good glance of who wins this, and Lotus and Andre are the two players who drop. South Korea still rocking the triple full combo, taking a very decent lead on their own, and if they can hold through this jump trill, they should be pretty good to go. And there it is!
Well,
Blue Bloody rushing a little bit, but there is a jump trill, and there's no breaks at all!
No breaks.
What?
There's still
No
a few
breaks at all.
sections of jump stream. I don't expect the players to do too bad, but they are choke bait. There are a lot of two-hand trilly patterns in it that are pretty hard to hit, and especially if you're left or right-hand dominant, they can be hard to
And here we go.
consistently hit.
Last play of the map, very dense jump stream here, even hands
The accuracy. Accuracy's favoring Brazil right now, just barely. I think that lead is slightly shrinking, but 3 full combos is hard to beat.
It is very hard. With that miss from Andre, they will have to
The
go
lead's
for a
kinda
miss on
shrinking,
Korea's. It is
The lead's kinda
shrinking. It is shrinking indeed, but they need a miss. The accuracy from Blue Blood is going down slowly, but Lotus is as well. And without a miss, I don't see Brazil winning this one. They will need a choke from Korea and hold their own.
3
And
full
they do it.
combos. 3 full combos still up for South Korea. Just 1 section of jump stream left.
We saw
Nothing.
Wonder dropping on this section last week as well on the easier vids. For some reason, his concentration was not quite on point, but this time he has no room for error.
There's only 6,000 points of difference right now. Oh my god.
6,000 points in a map this long is a bit, but a miss is still enough for
Here we
Brazil
go.
to take the championship title. But
Last
Korea is
section of
fighting
jump
for it,
stream.
going for the tiebreaker, last jump stream speed, and it's gonna end really soon. Korea just needs to combo, not even care about the
Oh my
accuracies
God.
right now. And Andre drops.
Oh my,
That kind of
Oh
seals
my
the
God,
deal, doesn't it?
oh my god.
We
There would have
will
to be
get
a
to see a
huge-
tiebreaker. Yeah, Andre's accuracy is
Oh, and
not
Andre-
holding on. His damage is gone. Blue bloody
Nobody
blade.
going to miss here, but South Korea with 2 full combos are
it's
going to
gonna be a
take it to tiebreaker?
997.
We got tiebreaker.
997.
Oh my god!
997 by one.
Oh
Yeah, you
my
got
god!
blood high. And it is tiebreaker.
Finals tiebreaker!
And
Winner
it's
takes it
tiebreaker.
all!
Winner takes it all, and it's gonna be whoever wins this is gonna be crowned for the Oceania 4K World Cup 2019 champion.
This is
But
insane!
I really don't know who's gonna win this at all.
This is just a dream, ladies and gentlemen. Race Misation is the last map of the tournament, and how fitting for such an intense series between these two teams. We're ending with a tiebreaker on the bracket reset. Can
my
they
God.
pull it off?
So, I don't even know what to say, dude.
And Kalkais will probably replacing with probably sudden death on Hikanari this time.
I wouldn't. Sudden Death would probably be a good pick. I think it has the best chance of doing well, unless. I hope they practiced.
I hope so.
I would. If they didn't, there's no way they didn't practice it. There's no way. I mean, to be completely honest, you don't need a whole lot of practice for this. There are a few like really awkward SVs, but that middle SV section will say a lot about who gets it. I mean, if everyone practices, then it doesn't matter, and then it's just based on everything else. But I don't know what to think.
I'm more so worried about the LM section because it might have been seem a little bit easier side, but I'm more so worried about Blue Bloody. Even though they practice the SVs, this LM section to be taken care of.
And Korea's not getting the third player in. That's a signal.
Waiting for whoever feels most confident on it. Who's gonna do it?
Actually modding, so he might just look at the editor.
Oh, he's checking the SVs. Oh my god, that's no good. This tiebreaker has quite a lot of SVs.
And
Oh, the
this
last
has quite
player
a
of
lot
Korea is
it.
actually modding the tiebreaker to check the SVs. They have 30 seconds.
They're
Oh my
looking at
god.
the editor.
Kanka is
So-
looking at the editor for the SVs. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god, I'm so concerned. I'm afraid.
I get him modded too, so Andre might look at the editor for the last time. But that just
Hikanari
goes to show-
joins the lobby. Oh boy.
Hikanari is here. And we should be good to go. The
I-
last map of the
This is
entirety
so
of the
stressful.
Mania World Cup for Key
What
Yeah.
2019.
Okay. Yeah. So I think this entire first half was very speed based, and Andre has been showing a little bit of weakness in that. I think South Korea is going to take an advantage from the beginning, but the entire
Yeah.
second half is bait for Brazil to just take the lead. But they need to be able to like really
And
push
here
it.
we go, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Let's
That-
get ready to rumble.
I
we are
am not
going.
ready for this,
South
dude.
Korea versus Brazil tiebreaker for the championship title.
Song number
Bracket
13
reset.
is Do or Die.
I'm-
It's all or
I'm-
nothing.
I'm straight up not. I'm dizzy right now. I don't know what to say, man. Second finals tiebreaker ever played in the 4Key Mania World Cup history, and it is in the grand finals of grand finals.
Hikanari finding slow gem missed right there. That's not
Oh,
good.
God.
A lot of trouble.
These SVs are gonna be very, very horrible for Hikanari if he didn't practice. Not only the slow jumps here at the ending, the inverse as well, but so will do the middle section. We will get to see if Brazil practice this. They have the upper hand on FVs, but South Korea might just overpower them on speed alone. And I'm watching at Andre's screen, very, very frightened because
Yeah.
he's the man that we have to take care of.
small lead that you see here, it
He
doesn't
needs
matter.
to hold on.
The first count,
Yeah,
the first count is gonna be decisive.
Hikanari dropping quite a lot of accuracy now, down into the low 98.
Also dropping some accuracy on that
92.
slow jam, but the speed section, there's gonna
Here
be
we
some
go.
big
Double miss,
Ooh,
triple miss,
silly
everybody
fangirl.
misses.
Four-way.
Wonder is the only one.
Wonder holding combo.
Oh my god, there's a lot of misses from Brazil.
Silly
Nathan
fangirl dropping
Lotus.
a lot. South Korea is starting to take the lead off of that just because of Wonder's accuracy right now.
What is Wonder doing? 99.45 full combo still.
Oh my god. This
Getting
is
through
so
those jacks.
close.
And the skull gap is
It's
minuscule.
not
Look at it, just back
It's
and forth.
nothing.
It is nothing. This is
Here we
just
go.
a dream, ladies and gentlemen, and here we
Lotus
go.
missing.
Kia is happening.
Oh.
Brazil's having a lot of difficulties. Andrea and Lotus both dropping on the very long jacks. And
All things
Sakura is actually
considered-
taking a huge lead out of this.
Actual huge is debatable. It's still like 15,000 it looks like right around now. There's still one small section of speed left, and 15,000 is more than
Oh, Hikanai and Blue Bloody dropping on the long jacks. What is Wonder doing, man? This guy! What is wrong with
This
him?
is just his day job.
And
It's a
I'm
full
saying
combo
Hikanari as
tiebreaker.
well. Lotus having a lot of trouble on that too. Hikanari Blue Bloody keep missing. Andre as well. Keep
Break
trading on the
section
miss.
coming up.
And here's the
SBs
SVs. Wonder
are
drops.
the-
Wonder
Oh,
drops right
Wonder!
before the slow jump. Oh my god, this is the point for Brazil to recover. They need to take those 20,000 points in their
20,000
favor
points.
back again. They need to
20,000
use
points.
and
No one
abuse
has combo, by
the
the way.
SVs.
No
I think
one.
nobody has combo. I think the longness will favor Brazil. And the fact that nobody has combo here is actually very good for whoever can combo the SVs. Because you're not gonna hit that 400 cap if you don't have these SVs practiced. And I see Blue Bloody, I see Higanari, and I'm concerned about those two. Will Brazil manage to close this gap and force the long notes to be the challenging factor, to be the decisive
And here we
point of
go.
the map? Here we are. Higanari doing actually fairly well. Oh, Brazil just crushes!
No.
Only Wonder getting
Trace it back though.
They're figuring out the SVs a little bit, but again, there's the LN section, 35. Ooh, a lot of breaks.
Oh,
Everyone's having
No
issues
good for
here.
Brazil. Oh, Brazil is having a lot of trouble now. Korea's establishing themselves like a huge lead now for sure.
Yeah, this is
60,000
huge.
points. This
70,000.
is this even recoverable?
I
this
don't
point.
know. Maybe in the ending LN slow jam.
The ending slowdown and the
Maybe-
longness are
maybe.
very difficult. But Blue Bloody and Hikanari are long nose specialists. They are the long nose players for South Korea. And Wonder is just single-handedly carrying Korea here. Like, very hard.
And we'll see about the upcoming section of Longos right here.
Going to the longness, can this save Brazil? Hikanari starts getting a miss there, but they will need way more than that. Blue Bloody
Ooh, Blue
Finds a
Bloody
bit of
finding
finisher
a lot
there.
of drops.
score gap is getting a bit closer, but it's not going fast enough for Brazil. They need something more. And Lotus trace that miss right back up. 2 misses in a row. Brazil doesn't have the stamina for this. And as much as they are powering through this, they cannot do it. Hikanari finding some difficulties here on the jacks, on the
There's a lot
quads.
of misses on Blue Bloody side.
I don't think
That
there's
lead
enough
is
time
still
though.
huge. Hikanari finding another drop. Silly Fangirl, Blue Bloody, Andre also finding a
Bottom row
drop.
missing.
The lead is shrinking a little bit, but going into this ending slow
Not enough
jam.
time. It's not enough
Wait,
time.
wait.
Wait,
It is
hold on.
Korea.
Hold on.
Oh, whoa, Hikanari
No,
and Blue
I
Bloody.
don't-
No, Lotus as well.
Well, everyone's starting to drop. Though I think
This is
Brazil
too
is
late.
taking a small bit of leeway here, but I don't think it's enough time.
Wonder just carried this tiebreaker so hard. It's actually unbelievable.
Blue Bloody
Look at that
missing
score.
there.
Look at that score by Wonder.
It's
900.
It's shrinking to 30,000.
No, but
It's
all the
shrinking, but
LMs
it's
are
not
out of
enough
the
time.
way. South
Yeah,
Korea
that-
is going to win.
975 Oh my god, Wonder.
975
Basically, we could just give the title to Wonder here, as he gets a 1 misplay on Race Misation. 974,000 points. Korea, once again, despite the biggest efforts from Brazil, are crowned champions of the Osumania 4Key World Cup 2019. It's an incredible fight, but not quite enough for Brazil to take it. They'll have to fight again next year if they want to take it.
They fought really well for both teams, as well as for Brazil right there. Showing out their best performances, unfortunately, it wasn't really enough to get to carry to a tiebreak, even though winning on a tiebreaker itself is a really hard task. Also, congrats as well for the other players on the members of Brazil as well. You have also Keenan and Felipe Ling also. Two congrats for as well, putting out incredible performances too. And that as well, defending the title for South Korea for like 4 years in a row, 2016 to 2019.
What an insane match, dude. Podium winners being listed. South Korea winning off of the most insane grand finals that has ever graced the 4K Mania World Cup. Brazil barely by the skin of their teeth missing out on a historic victory, or what would have been, and the United States sitting in there, third place. Congratulations to all of the players in the top 3, to both of the teams that we just had the pleasure of witnessing. I have no words for that ending.
Yeah, that was entirely speechless all the way through. I was not really expecting that Brazil is such a tough team to crack. And even that South Korea has a lot of problems with facing Brazil. And that just goes to show that Brazil is pretty much going hand in hand. Unfortunately, South Korea is more superior this time around.
I just don't know what else to say about this.
See you next year.
Yeah, I guess. I never thought that I'd get to see a grand finals that was this close and back and forth and everything and exciting, and made me so hyped to watch people play this game again. Like, I didn't think that would happen in an MWC like this. Not in a finals match. Especially not in grand finals.
But hey, we got to witness what was probably the most insane match we ever seen. Like, you can argue US versus Brazil was incredibly intense as well last year. I mean, not last year, but the year before. On the finals. But
again,
this, I think this tops it. This is just the best we have ever seen.
Yeah, and I think, like, given the circumstances that Brazil has quite a bit of a technical issue, being like Silly Fangirl kind of behind because of Calamity Fortune, but out of the way, it's always a really incredible match to go for. Outside of those issues, like 100%.
It's shocking that the SVs actually helped Korea on the tiebreaker with a player like side reading them. I don't even know. That was insane. But regardless, as the chat is calling out, this has been it. What I argue is the peak of 4K Mania history, of 4K Mania tournament history at the very least. We saw incredible matches on soft, on the 1v1s. We saw epic tournaments hosted by the community. But this time around, it was the World Cup, the biggest tournament, the one that granted us the chance to witness probably the best match in the entire history of the game, at least for Osumania. And congratulations again to South Korea for taking the third time in a row, or fourth actually.
Fourth time in a row.
The title of champions of the 4K Osumania World Cup.
Yeah. Hey, every year it gets closer and closer to out of their grasp. They held on to it with their fingertips this year. We'll see if this trend continues next year.
Yeah, it might have been like other countries that could probably win it. In South Korea, maybe. We'll see. But this has been a wild year. Especially like considering like last year's World Cup wasn't as intense as this one. But this one is top 6.
But well, that has been it for us. I'm exhausted. It's 2 a.m. here. Probably the Brazilians are also extremely exhausted.
I'd
That was
say
like 4 hours.
all of the players.
Yeah,
are
all the
extremely
players for sure.
exhausted.
But 4 hours no-stop of playing final steer mapples.
That was 25 maps in 25 tournament maps in the span of 4 hours.
And on the finals level of all things.
And it's also nearly 4 hours right now.
But hey, that has been it. And I'm sure you guys are hoping for this amount of hype to translate into the rest of the modes. And I'll give you the news, and those you probably know at this point, there's only 2 weeks until we get the O's World Cup starting. So, yeah, we'll go straight back into that. We will see you for the qualifier showcase. We're getting a qualifiers, dude. Like, that's insane as well. We'll probably get that for Mania 2 next year, so things are gonna get quite exciting. I'll say that much. But for us and for Forky, has been it for the year. Hope you all enjoyed it. I mean, if you didn't, then I don't know what to say. but I hope you all enjoyed it. Toph, Rem, obviously, thanks a lot for casting
Thank
this.
you for having me.
Thanks to
I
Rem.
had a blast commentating this match.
Yeah, same for both of us
Definitely
too.
the best match I've ever had the pleasure of commentating.
But hey, we'll see you in 2 weeks for the O's World Cup. That's been it for us. We're signing off.
Yeah.
Good luck and fun.
We'll be signing up. We'll see you next year.
See you next year.
Bye-bye.